to another Dance TV. It's Tuesday morning after Easter and we've come to this lot. It's another Guardian roof. We've got to do the ceiling and dab the walls. So the fitter has not taped this. He said he ran out of tape, which is fair enough. So I'm going to foil tape the rest of this all around the ring beam. Maybe up and down that wall, just to make sure that it's all sealed up, because that is a vapour barrier on these roofs. And then we're going to board it. I might show you how to cut a board, because some people did ask. Show a video cutting these boards. Right, so that's all taped around there, nice and bonny. And it's worth taping up and down the wall there just to seal it. It is really important that you make sure all the tape and all the joints are taped. Any gaps like that there, I've just seen, that needs taping. I know it sounds daft, but any condensation gets through and it can make it look like the roof's leaking when it's not. It's just condensation building up. So it's really important that you make sure all the taping's done, because that is the vapour barrier, and it will save you a lot of headache moving forward in the future, for the sake of 2 little minutes. See there, I've missed a bit there, but I'll get it now. I'll go and do it. Right, so here I am cutting a board. Nice and steady strokes. Cut the plasterboard nice and straight. Follow the cut of the of my knife and tape. And if you watch, I cut on the forward stroke and then I try and just lift it backwards. It stops the dust filling the knife mark, the knife cut, and it fills it with dust and you can't see. So that's cutting the plasterboard like normal. Mark it with a knife and tape. Cut through the paper. But when you cut, if you do that little trick where you just bring the saw back, if you can, just when you're bringing it out, lift it. You don't get dust in your knife mark, if that makes sense. You don't get dust in the knife cut where you've cut the paper. This is me just showing you an angle. So I'm cutting the angle, chamfering it backwards so that when it hits the window frame, it fits nice and it doesn't get caught. It finishes really nice. So this is another method of cutting. I put the boards on two benches, two op-up benches. I'm just cutting it, and same again here. When you're lifting it outwards, if you take it off the cut, the dust doesn't go on the mark, and you can see what you're doing. If you just cut it like you would normally cut it, like say a piece of wood, it fills that mark up and you can't see what you're doing. Nice and steady. So now I'm chamfering the edge. This is the machined edge, so I'm just taking my time and cutting down the edge, cutting the plaster off, but cutting to the paper of the bound edge, if that makes sense. Oh, I slipped. Again, so it's chamfered so it hits the frame. Right, so that's the board. The ceiling all boarded. We had to do a bit of a patchwork quilt job here. It was very tight on boards, especially this one. There's 3 pieces in there, but it doesn't matter. When it's skimmed, it'll be just as good. You'll never know. The joiner's wrapped up and put the windowsills on for us. So now we're going to start dabbing. I don't know if I will get. We'll just have to see. Right, we're on with the dabbing now. Liam's doing a bit of dabbing. Try and get them a bit lower. You can go on to the pipes, I know. I can go on to the pipes,
no,
cocker.
Because they don't really stick.
Get them in between the pipes. Big blob. You just up at me? Yeah, constantly checking him. Anyway, when you cut your reveal, always have it about 10 to 15 or maybe 20 centimetres past, and use a square. Absolutely beautiful. Square. Check your margin with the tape, and you can also check the distance from there to there with your tape, top and bottom. and you know that reveal is square with the frame, the margin's the same, and it's plumb, both sides. Lovely jubbly. I don't like blowing my own trumpet, but I'll have to put the guy in again. Plumb, straight, straight as a die. That's a lovely bit of dabbing. Cracking bit of brickwork, that. Look at the state. What is that? Liam's doing a bit of dabbing. We dab this. All around there. I keep tripping over things today. That's for there. Boom. Well, that's us all boarded and dabbed, ready for skimming tomorrow. It's about 4:30. And we're ready to go. We're going to go home now and come back in the morning. Right, we're all prepped out, ready for skimming. Some SBR on these joints I filled out yesterday. All the skimming's on, all the beads on. I did make a massive mistake today. I buy beads in bulk from a local supplier, and I forgot to put some in the van. So I had to drive 10 minutes to Berries in Leyland and buy some beads, and then 10 minutes back. So that's lost 20 minutes, but Liam had it all ready, so that's good. The other thing is, I wasn't very happy at Berries. I went in, parked up, went into the plaster shed, got 4 skim beads, come out, paid, put them in my van. As I'm driving out, you're pulling people over and searching the vans. What's all that about? I'm a tradesman, I'm a plasterer, not a thief. That's bad form in my eyes, bad form. If they want to do that, they should have someone watching on CCTV and then pulling them in, the ones that have nicked. Not good honest workmen that like me that don't nick anything. Don't know what I think about that. Let me know in the comments what you think. Should Berries stop you at the door and check your van to see if you've nicked anything? Because all they checked was that I'd bought 4 skim beads. I could have nicked something that I'm not going to pay for it. Does it make sense? Why am I going to nick something and then he checks that I've got what I've paid for? What do you think, Liam? You couldn't care less. He's right. He's no enthusiast. Oh, leave that out.
What?
I'm not saying it because I can't say it.
No what?
Enthusiasm. Oh man. Enthusiasm for the job at all. Right, we managed to get the first mix on. We put it on and laid it in. We managed to get the dwarf walls on as well as the ceiling. And the ceiling has been lashed on and flattened. I'm just about to give it its first trowel. And can you see, I try and get it as flat as I can. All the work is basically done at this stage. It's been on, it's been laid in as flat as I possibly can. I mean, you can see a bit, obviously, but they'll come out nicely. If that goes like all of a sudden and flash sets, I've pretty much got it under control. We managed to get that on. And we've got some stuff left. I'm not sure if this pure finish is sets in about an hour and a half, but you can work it all hour and a half, you can work it. But it seems to go a bit further because we mixed a bag and a half with some left in the tub. Actually, we didn't mix a bag and a half, we mixed about a bag and a quarter. That's left in the tub, and like I said, we've got these dwarves on as well. So now, we broke its back, easy mix. There's 2 boards on that wall and 3 on that. Well, there's not 3 on that. Bit off that end, but call it 5 boards, a bag. Rackle that on after this mix, and it's home time. Right, Liam's just getting the water ready to mix up. We've had our dinner. I'm just going to give it an Ox Ultra Flex. I'm just going to give it a dry trowel, just to give it a bit of a polish. Just gets rid of everything. Any little blemishes will come out. And then it's home time. Clean up and home time. We've got these 2 to mix. Sorry, first. Rackle these 2 on. Okay. On, laid in, flattened down once, I think. I think Liam's flattening in first. Flatten?
No, I'm going to get flattened.
Oh, is this your second flatten?
Yeah, because it weren't very flat.
Oh, right. Pre-flatten.
There's a pre-flattened flatten, this is the flatten, and then afterwards I'm going to flatten it.
Ceiling's drying lovely. See if I can get some sheen on for you. Easy, innit? Absolutely easy peasy. We had 3 days for this, but we've done it in 2. But there you go. We'll only get 2 days money. But he looks after me, this lad, so I'll just boot 2 days. I'll boot the roof price in, which is a separate price, and then I'll boot the walls in, skimming the walls. It'll be a different price. Job's a good un. Lovely jubbly. Well, that's another job finished off. Lovely little gauge. Liam's done this wall. I don't want to tell him, but he's done a really good job. It just needs another plastic, another Ultraflex, and it can be absolutely smooking. He's coming on, the lad. We've wiped all the, these are good wipes. Cracking wipes, cracking by. We've wiped all the windowsills. Well, that's the end of this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell and look out for the next video.